Hi everyone and welcome to Nicko's Kitchen's Budget Meals. Today we're going to be doing a recipe perfect for Thanksgiving. I'm going to be making a pumpkin soup with a cranberry, apple and chili salsa. Let's go.
He's got budget meals Monday, what you want Wednesday, fast food Friday, what else could he share? It's Nicko's Kitchen where satisfying meals are prepared.
So guys, firstly, what we're going to do on our pumpkin, cranberry and apple soup, these are the vegetables that we're going to be putting in a pot just in a minute with some chicken stock and boiling down until they're soft. I've got some pumpkin, obviously. Now, what I like to use, instead of using creams and all this sort of stuff to make it that real velvet texture, I like to use carrots and potatoes because they really do make it a lot creamier. I've also got some celery and some onion, just a brown onion here as well. So just into a pot, I've got some chicken stock in here over a medium to high heat. I'm now going to be adding in our vegetables. So for some extra flavor in there that I really want to get those vegetables and that stock infused with, first one I'm going to be putting in some nutmeg. Next I'm going to be putting in just a little bit of some ground chili, just gives it a little bit of a kick. I've also got some white pepper that I'm going to be adding in, and lastly I'm going to season with some salt. Now we're going to leave this uncovered and I'm going to cook this down for about 15 minutes over that medium to high heat, just until that pumpkin has softened. So our vegetables are now cooked and I've just popped them into the blender because, like I said before, we're going to be making this a nice smooth soup. If you don't have a blender, you could just use one of those stick blenders and do it in the pot. And we're just going to mix this for about a minute until it's nice and smooth. And there you have it, this beautiful creamy soup. Now, if you want your soup less thick than I like it, just add some more of the cooking liquid from the pan. But if you like it nice and creamy, the best thing to do is put all the vegetables in and just maybe half a cup of the cooking liquid and you'll get this beautiful creamy soup. So now that we've got our soup done, this is where the apple and cranberry parts come in. I've got a Granny Smith or a green apple in some lemon juice that I've just cut up into cubes, and I've also got some dried cranberries. Now the reason why I've just put the apple in a little bit of fresh lemon juice is just so they keep their color and it stops them from browning, but it also gives it a beautiful fresh taste as well. We'll add in our cranberries. Now this may sound a little bit strange, but I'm going to also add in just a little bit of some ground chili. We put a little bit of it in the soup, and I'm just going to pop just a couple of little sprinkles over the top there. The next thing I'm going to be adding in is just a couple of drops of honey. So we'll mix this up. This is a great little mix to go on top of this soup. It's going to give us added flavor and of course texture. All right guys, let's get stuck into this soup, shall we? It just looks $1 million, it really does. Here we go. Like I said before, I love that freshness of the lemon and the apple, the crunchiness of the apple too, that tarty sweetness of the cranberry. The soup itself, so smooth and creamy. It's great flavors, great textures, which is hard to do in a soup. I think this would make a perfect starter or appetizer for a menu at a Thanksgiving dinner. And you know what? It just is just so tasty too. So make sure you try this one. You know what? Even if you don't do Thanksgiving, this is a great soup to try and it's very cheap to do. Give it a go.